This is Catherine Mraz with Real Chicago and Real 360 with a very special interview. There's a lot going on with Black Lives Matters right now, and I'm very excited to do an interview with Deanna Reed-Foster.
See me. See me.
See me. See my dark skin and my kinky hair.
Hi, everyone. This is Deanna Reed-Foster, actress for
Chicago Fire,
Fire.
Little PD.
Please, you are working on this personal project, which is this amazing PSA. Tell me a little bit about your project.
Well, it's a project to help Black-owned businesses on the south and west sides of Chicago, and it's a project that really tells a little bit about the life of African Americans. And so it's called I'm Tired, and it's 3 segments called See Me, Hear Me, and Respect Me.
Tell me, what inspired you? Is this something like an ongoing project you've been working on, or is this something that really came to light more so during the pandemic and all the Black Lives Matter movement post George Floyd?
Yeah, the pandemic as well as the protest and the Black Lives Matter movement had a big effect on it. So the pandemic effectively shut down my industry, right? So it gave me a lot of time to kind of sit and honestly reevaluate my life. When George Floyd was murdered, I was shook, right? Like the whole world has been shook. And I started asking, and then that weekend that the protests happened and a lot of the unrest and the businesses being affected and some of them being destroyed, I just really didn't know what to do, right? I really felt helpless, and I started praying really and asking, what can I do? What should I do? And I felt that I was supposed to use my art to help. And so this is my part of the movement.
Yeah, there's so many different ways to protest. Tell me a little bit about your experiences personally. I mean, there's gotta be a couple of your own favorite Black-owned businesses that you either grew up with in your neighborhood, or maybe that you support a lot right now. Let's give them a quick shout out.
Yeah, so a couple of them right now that are my favorites are Digify, which is my video production company who's been doing my editing, as well as Clout PR, who's doing the PR for this. And I started thinking about like my favorite Black-owned businesses, and then I felt like a foodie because a lot of them.
Oh yeah, well you can't go wrong. There's very few places to go wrong with very flavorful food.
Come on, I was like, It is what it is. So Sip and Savor is one. I love that coffee shop.
Sip and Savor.
Yes. The Currency Exchange is a food place that I love. So
that's Southside.
Yep.
And they're
the
film
Slab.
friendly too.
Say it again.
They're film friendly too. Currency Exchange.
Yes. The Slab Barbecue on 71st Street. Don't get me started, please. But yes, but then I thought about my younger years, right? And the first job I had that introduced me to property management, which was my career before acting, was a small mom and pop property management company. They did real estate and property management. It was Black owned, or off of 65th and Cottage Grove. And they took a chance on me, right? And that's what Black owned businesses do with people in the community. They take a chance on us where other people may not, but they do. And so that helps build a community. Yeah, so many.
Wow, and just talking about being sustainable and supporting yourselves, because obviously the government's not helping. I mean, and they're not jumping to more programs, more assistance. Not even the schools are a priority to them. Not even our health is a priority to them. So it's great to hear that there's definitely like a sustainability and a need for that community outreach for each other. And that exists in these amazing Black-owned businesses.
Yes, and economic development is what will lead us into equality, right? So we can get some laws in the books and we can get some people to respect us, but green is respected everywhere you go. So if we get that economic development, that'll put us in a different place, even where we even respect ourselves more and all of that. That's a whole nother thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Tell us a little bit about the audience journey through these PSAs. It's a 3-part. Again, I got to watch one of them, which I thought was amazing, and it's direct, it was creative. But tell the audience a little bit about what they're gonna enjoy when they see this.
Yeah, so I think as African Americans, when you see it, you will see yourself, right? You will say, wow, I am being seen, I am being heard, I am being respected. But really the pieces are not for African Americans. They are for those who would maybe still have a barrier up, right? Maybe still has a scale over their eyes, or over their heart. This is to prick through that, right? And to say to you, see me in my fullness, hear me with your heart, and respect me because I deserve it.
Yeah, very true. And so thinking about these businesses that you're trying to support, I got the number $500,000 is what you're trying to raise. Is that right?
That's where we want to start. Listen, I'm here for it. Come on. If the money wants to keep flowing, there is definitely use for it. But that's where we want to start. Absolutely.
Starting 500. And so where does that go? Is that going to go mostly into like promotions for them, into development?
So that is not my area of expertise.
Okay, great.
So
great.
I partner with an organization that does that, right?
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, honey, I know where my skills lie, right? That is not where they lie, which is fine. It takes all of us, like we said, right? There are different ways to do this. So I partner with Together Chicago, which is an organization that has been doing work in our communities for the past, I want to say for the past 7 years or so. And so they have an economic development department. And so I partner with them. They're going to be offering grants to Black-owned businesses on the South and West sides. And they are also, which I love, they are also going to be offering consultations and business acumen. So it's not just about putting some money in your hand, which we can and we will, but it's about helping you thrive through this, right? Not just survive, but thrive. We have a lot of people who are creative and just don't necessarily know how to make the thing work, right? Now we can put you in, we can give you some money to help you and put you in connection with some business people who are doing it. These are top tier like business people who are doing this. So it makes me so excited. I'll tell you, that was the hardest part. The hardest part was finding the right organization. And I feel like
trusted, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And someone who wanted to do or was doing what I feel like God gave me in my mind.
Yeah.
And so once we were able to talk and I had meetings with them and things, it just clicked. So they are just as excited as I am.
Which is crazy because you are very excited. Your enthusiasm and your passion. I mean, people tell me about me, like, your energy is contagious, but it feels great to tell you, someone else, your energy is contagious.
Thank you.
Passion is the same. It's contagious, and it's lovely to see it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I will say this pandemic has changed me in a way.
It should change people.
Yeah, and I'm here for it. I'm not trying to go back to business as usual. Not trying to do that.
No, that's ignorant. And again, something else I was thinking is this PSA, it's dipping into the, just plain ignorance is so abundant right now. And it's so apparent with this pandemic how ignorant people are. And even just those people that just don't know any better, this is a great tap on the shoulder to say, hey, you do know better.
Yeah.
Everyone does, but there's definitely that middle ground of, hey, we have a lot more allies out there if we just could reach them.
Exactly. And wait till you see the second one.
Woo, I'm excited.
When you see Hear Me, it speaks directly to that we know we're all born with something in us that knows, and we're going to pull on that.
If it's karma, if it's empathy, whatever you feel, whatever the faith is or spirituality is or not, we do know it exists. Even people that don't have it, they know it exists. They know they don't have it, so it's there. Thinking about supporting these other businesses and how they can get these grants, what can those businesses do to get these mentorships and to get these grants? Is there a standard you're looking for?
Well, Together Chicago is putting together a standard. We're looking for a few things. I shouldn't speak for them, first of all. They will speak for themselves. But one
Some
thing
ideas,
is, if
yeah.
you are a business that has been in the community, and you have a track record in the community,
Nice.
that holds some weight, right? So, and we talked about that when we were talking about things to look for. That holds some weight. And then also, if you're a business in the community that is, how do I say this? That is that we would be proud to associate with.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah.
There are some predatory businesses.
Yeah, but
in
you
our
mentioned like
community.
real estate. What a beautiful thing, you know.
Right,
You got a
right.
yoga studio. Let's do that. You got a production company. Let's kick it. You know.
Right.
PR person.
Right.
There's so many places in this world. There's so many businesses. You're making jewelry. You got a restaurant. There's so many opportunities.
So many opportunities
and positivity in the community.
Exactly. Thank you. That's the best way to say it. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So they have an application. It'll all roll out when we roll out on Sunday. We'll have to get a certain amount of money first, right, before we can start doing that. So we're looking at maybe about, once we get to about 25,000, then we can start taking the applications, and because we don't want to take applications and then we're like, well, we're not sure when we'll get the money. No, we want to be able to, right, we want to be able to do it. Once we get the applications, we want to be able to really make this, get this thing rolling and make this puppy do what it does.
And there's so much to be said about just the background work, the pre-production work, all the costs and expenses. I mean, you have to do it legitimately. There's got to be lawyers involved. There's got to be accountants involved.
Yeah.
To know that they're not just getting some money that's going to be mishandled, but to know that this is the real opportunity to go through a legitimate foundation.
Exactly.
And really get a grant that's going to accelerate you. And again, that mentorship. You know, like I own a couple businesses, and they always say, get a mentor. First thing, get a mentor. And I think that is definitely something to be said, that's the most valuable part.
I think so, because we don't have to recreate the wheel, right? There are people out here doing what you have done. Even if they aren't doing exactly what you have done, they have been in business long enough where they can definitely give you some insight in it.
It's like walk the horse to water, right? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
They're always drinking, man.
They'll get that drink. Come on.
That is so awesome. Well, is there anything else you want to tell us, the website or anything like that?
Yes. It is www.togetherchicago.com/I'm tired. That's where you can go and give. And that's what it's about. I love being here talking to you. I love the work that Mashawn is doing, getting me these interviews, but it's really about the money. It's really about giving so that these businesses can not just survive, but thrive. And so please
put their money where their mouth is.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, very cool. Well, thank you so much for your time. This has been an amazing opportunity to talk with you. Great chat, lively and vibrant woman.
I need to put that on my website, lively
and vibrant, right? Thanks again.
Thank you.
Lovely talking, and we'll chat soon. I'm sure of it. I'm sure.
Yes, yes, yes. Have a good one.
Yes, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. What an inspiring story. What an amazing opportunity to put something back into the community. Again, this is Catherine Raz, another awesome Real Chicago, Real 360 story. Saying, see you later.